It's better this way. It's better this way. It's better this way. Today.
Well, look who's here with me today.
Hello.
Olessa Stepanova.
You can't get away from me.
From Uzbekistan. She's here from the Russian Empire of Uzbekistan, where they have goats and chickens and sheep. Hello.
Yes, hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit. Now, as a joke, I said, because this is Alessa's first time working, she doesn't go anywhere without a family. So I said, because you travel in a pack. So as a joke, I said, when we came out here, I said, well, where's your family? She goes, oh, they're there. And there they are. They're in the audience. Hello. Hello, hello, Stepanova and Stepanov. Stepanov. Now, your father is still a member of the Village People with the mustache. I love that. That's unbelievable. He was the...
we made him shave it one time, and then we made him put it back because
Seriously?
it was so weird to see him with it shaved.
It's weird. He's a young man. How old are you? 55. Good. Your father is closer in age to me than you are in age to me, which is, but you know, that's how it works in the industry. They put the beautiful young woman with the old man anchor. You know what I'm saying? It's
beautiful old man anchor.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful man anchor.
Stop it. All right, I want you to tell the story about the Stepanova and the Stepanov.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So in Russia, women usually get an A, and men don't.
Men don't get the A.
Right.
So your father, you have the same name, but only he doesn't have an A on his name.
Right.
So he goes by, what's your father's first name? Alex Stepanov, and you are Olessa Stepanova.
Right. And then my brother's Eric Stepanova, and my mom is Yelena Stepanova.
And that is traditional throughout all of Russia, yeah. Which I think is very interesting. So in my family, we do the same thing. It's I am Scott Haney, and my mother is Scott Hain. No, I don't know. I'm just making all this up. What a mess you've created over here.
You know, you didn't tell me how I'm supposed to organize the papers.
She's like, I gotta have my scripts. I gotta get ready. I'm gonna blah, 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 blah.
Well, they're all folded nicely.
They're all folded nicely. And have you done your homework? You know what we're talking about today?
I'm going to pretend that
exactly.
I know what I'm
We're
talking
most
about.
excited about the royal wedding because I think Olessa looks just like Kate Middleton. So on Friday, do we have that side-by-side comparison of the... Okay, well, we can get it. But on Friday morning, you got to tune into the Channel 3 on the 4:30 in the morning. You are going to be in a wedding dress, and I'm going to be in my tuxedo. And I'm trying, you know, the big heads, you know, the bigmugs.com. We've been wearing those big mugs of me, and I'm getting Prince William made. So I'm going to have Prince William's head on the entire morning, and I'm going to propose to you. We're going to do the first kiss. We're going to do the first dance. We're going to go out on the balcony. This is all Friday morning. You don't have to go to England to get the royal wedding. You can come right here to Channel 3.
It's a lot more exciting.
Plus, we'll have the real wedding, which is it's pretty exciting. Do you follow this stuff at all?
I'm not really. I was for the first, I don't know, 10 years, and now it just keeps going and going and going, and it's like
it's forever. And the story seems like it's forever. So Friday they're going to get married. We're going to do, but you are wearing a wedding dress, and I'm very excited about this. They dropped off my tuxedo today, and tomorrow on Better you're wearing a wedding dress. You're going to be the only thing you don't have is a husband yet. So do you know? Since I've been here, this will be the second time I'm wearing a wedding dress on the air. I just don't understand how I keep getting myself into. Be careful you're not wearing maternity clothes, because that can be a whole different step. All right, it is a very special day here at Channel 3. It's Irene and Matt's kids' birthday. Look at them, they're 2 today.
Look how cute they are.
Irene, I mean,
Quilty and Robert.
Thank God these kids look like Irene and not her husband Matt, because boy. Now Quilty is on the left and Robert is on the right. And look, doesn't Robert look like one of the Beatles?
Check out the hair.
He looks like he's like Ringo Starr with blonde hair.
They're adorable, and their little vests.
I think that, and now they're fraternal. They're not identical twins.
Well, yeah.
So they kind of like a little matching pants, but they got a different vest. And I just think that they couldn't be cuter. 2 years ago today, Irene delivered these cute little babies.
Early, right? You were saying that
she was 6 weeks early, so it was a little touch and go there for a little bit. But we're so happy, and they are just 2 wonderful kids.
They're
and
so cute.
We couldn't ask for more happiness for Irene and Matt.
Happy birthday, Quilty.
Happy birthday, Quilty and Robert. All right, so you're ready for the royal wedding? Everybody's going to get frisked on the way in, which is the reason why I wanted to get invited, because the guys who were doing it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 2 days till the royal wedding.
And it will all be over.
And then it's all going to come to an end, and then we're going to go back to following Charlie Sheen, which, thank goodness. I mean, I'm actually excited to hear more about Charlie Sheen than I am following this crazy wedding. So the police are saying that some 5,000 police, there's going to be 5,000 police officers monitoring the big shindig. Now,
And I know why you want to go.
why do I want to go?
Because a certain individual named David Beckham will be attending the
Do you know
wedding.
David Beckham is going to the wedding? The most handsome man on earth. President Obama doesn't get an invite, but David Beckham does. And I'm like, absolutely, because David Beckham is hot. If I were Kate Middleton and I were going down the aisle, I wouldn't be looking at Prince William. I'd be like, David Beckham, hello. Could you imagine her going down the aisle saying, hello, everyone?
I was looking at pictures of Prince William from just a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's like a completely different person.
Yeah, he's aged quickly.
Well, she must have met him.
She met him when he was... But he's still a handsome guy. Prince Harry is wicked more handsome than Prince William.
Wicked.
But of course we all know that Prince Harry... Charles ain't the father. I mean, come on, let's talk. Seriously. You look at Prince Harry and you're like, oh, that ain't Charles's kid. That William, that's Charles's kid. That was the first time around. Second time around, Diana was like, Jody, come over here. I know I don't really know any of the truth here, but...
We're just making stuff up now, and we're going to get enough of this royal wedding in the next 2 days.
Total speculation, but there are 60 people on the list of do not even come near this part of town. I guess they're all wackos.
I think you're on that list.
I think I am. 60 people have been barred as part of the bail conditions. They have bail conditions. I guess these are people who like stalk the royal family, so they're not even allowed in the same area.
Maybe that lady we showed this morning who's
The one who has the
camping out
10,000 pieces of memorabilia
about their family. She's probably not
Insane.
allowed.
She's probably not going. So I would be like going down the aisle though, going, hello, Elton John, nice to see you. All right, so we have an actual comparison picture of this Olessa Stepanova and Kate. I'm telling you, it's almost identical. I mean, come on, seriously. You could have been royalty. Instead, you're working as my sidekick at Channel 3 in Hartford.
I prefer this.
I know you do. It's better to work with me than him, isn't it?
I don't want to work with Prince William.
I'm telling you, though, I think that the side, if she did her hair a little bit differently, audience, what do you think, right? I mean, it's not bad to look like Kate Middleton, you know what I'm saying?
I don't mind it. No, I'm flattered. Thank you.
Okay. Do you play games on the computer?
Not very often, but people who do,
What
Sony
is it?
PlayStation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being corrected in my ear. What is it? It's a game console? Like Atari?
PlayStation.
At home? People still do that? All right. So anyway.
So their credit cards, PlayStation users,
They have
their
to
credit
pay
cards were hacked.
They pay Sony, and the Sony Corporation, what happened?
Their credit cards got hacked. Their information got hacked.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
77 million user accounts.
This is the console? Oh, and you put a DVD. Look at how cool this is.
Where have you been?
It's a Blu-ray player, and look at this. You can go to outer space with that device there. Look at this. Boy, that is crazy. I never even knew this. All right, so now Sony is saying, don't worry about it. The credit cards weren't stolen. But they have a security company who said they indicated that they're worried about it, which is probably a very strong indication that everything was stolen, including credit card accounts, credit card email addresses, the addresses, the home addresses, and how much money each person spent.
The good news is, you know the little security code on the back of the card?
Yeah.
The 3-digit code?
Yeah.
That wasn't stolen.
Which is a good news.
So
but the intruder successfully stole credit card data. The heist would rank among the biggest known thefts of financial data in the world in history. So that's a lot of people. So
I'm glad I don't play video games.
Check your credit. Melissa, your husband, right? Nick, or our producer Melissa, he's into this stuff, and now he comes home last night and he says to her, you better check the credit card statement. She's like, why? What did you spend? She's like, no, I placed PlayStation on Sony. And I'm like, well, I guess he could be doing worse things online, right? You know what I'm saying? Keep playing PlayStation. But if you are a PlayStation player, just make sure that you check your credit card accounts because it might be heisted or something like that. Hey, they got a new Aflac duck guy.
They do.
You want to listen?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Aflac! It's pretty good, right?
Wow.
That's the voice of the new Aflac duck.
That's talent.
That is talent. Aflac is betting that this sales manager from Minnesota has the voice to drive the name Aflac. What I didn't realize is that in Japan, which is where Aflac does 75% of their business, they have a softer, gentler Aflac voice.
What does that sound like?
I think it sounds like this. Aflac. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. But Gilbert Gottfried was the voice, and then he put out some tweets about inappropriate news about tsunami.
Yeah.
He got fired. So this is the new gentleman. If you want to hear the new voice in his first commercial, When is it? The first ad? Oh, it already aired.
During The Voice on NBC.
It aired last night. Too
Okay.
bad.
Well, it was
I'm sorry.
fascinating, and they said, all the executives said that they can't explain why he was the best. He just was.
He just was. That was their explanation.
Yeah,
He just
that's special
was.
something.
Katie Couric, it was announced yesterday. She went to People magazine online and said she's no longer doing the CBS News. If you were Katie Couric, wouldn't you interview yourself about leaving your own show? I would just like do a split camera thing. Go, Katie, how do you feel about leaving? Well, I'm Katie Couric, and I think about that. All right, so this is Katie Couric. She announced on People.com yesterday that she is no longer going to be the host of the CBS Evening News.
Scott Pelley, 60 Minutes.
No, it's not. Okay, it is Scott Pelley?
That's what it sounds like is going to be her replacement.
All right, so Scott Pelley of 60 Minutes is going to be the replacement. Kirk was unable to move the CBS Evening News out of third place in the ratings. And I have to mention, oh, sorry, Katie, but I'm sure you'll do well in syndication. Am I shining?
I feel a little shiny, too.
Apparently, it was between two people. It was the new job, Katie Couric's replacement on CBS Evening News. It was between Scott Pelley and this right here. Yep, the Aflac Duck was being considered. And he probably would get higher ratings than she would, which is a little unfortunate. So that was a bigger. I was expecting a bigger laugh than that. Show it again. Show the duck again. Watch how the audience laughs the second time around.
No.
There we go. It's much better. It's much better the second time around. The 7th annual New England Frenchie Social is coming to Connecticut, Willington, Connecticut. It is April 21st, which is Sunday. I went to this event last year. It was a great amount of fun. Unfortunately, I can't go this year. You can go to www.frenchbulldogrescue.org. They have so many bulldogs there. If you're looking for a bulldog, this is the place to go. But I'm telling you, these dogs have gas. They can stink up the whole room in less than 3. It's the way their nose is.
But go get them.
But go get a dog. They're great.
Fantastic.
Right, we got a great show for you today. What's going on?
We have fleas and ticks for our dogs.
I hate
Tick
these
care.
things.
Well, most people do. They're not very pleasant.
And in the nice weather, the ticks. I've seen a tick on Dash. My cat, I saw a tick 4 weeks ago already.
You left it there?
No, I took it off. I hate them. I flushed them down the toilet. And our own Eric Parker, he actually gets to sit down with Marcia Clark to talk about everything from her new book to the O.J. Simpson trial. So that's Marcia Clark?
That's Marcia Clark.
What happened to her? Boy, that's what plastic surgery will do for you, baby. That's not the same woman I saw. You're watching Better Connecticut. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Better Connecticut. So gross. So our dogs and our puppies have been cooped up all winter long, and now they can finally get out. They can enjoy the spring weather. Now we have a new problem to deal with. These guys right here. We took a hike through the woods with Dr. Tracy Powell to see what we should do this time of year to prevent this situation. Let's take a look. A trail like this one is the perfect breeding ground for these pests. If your four-legged friend spends any time outdoors, now's the perfect time to start getting them treated.
We're already seeing fleas and ticks on dogs coming into the clinic, and this time of year we're starting to see a surge in ticks. Usually twice a year we see a surge in ticks around the April and September.
And these pesky insects don't discriminate. So fleas and ticks can affect any type. It doesn't matter if they're short-haired, long-haired, young, old.
Absolutely. You can see fleas and ticks on puppies as young as 2 months old or younger, ones that are outside, to geriatric dogs, well into their 13, 14, and 15 years old. On dogs that are very low to the ground, they're going to accumulate more ticks because they just have more contact with the tall grass and the leaves.
Dr. Powell says prevention is key. You should always have your dogs treated before heading outdoors.
You don't want to wait until you have a flea infestation. You don't want to wait until you have a tick problem.
Fleas and ticks can be spread to people also. If your dog brings them into the house, they can crawl onto us and end up in our carpet, curtains, furniture, and all over.
The problem with ticks, the biggest problem of all, is that they spread diseases like anaplasma, Lyme, and Ehrlichia. And those are a huge problem for both animals and for people, especially in our area of the country.
The problem is that the most dangerous type of tick, the one that can spread these diseases, is the tiniest tick that's out there and the hardest to find on your pet.
The engorged tick is a little bit smaller than the size of a pencil eraser, but the unfed tick is incredibly small, which is why so many animals get Lyme disease, because they don't see the tick. It's so small until it's engorged, which is too late. Then it's already transferred the disease to the dog.
If you see a tick on your dog, you can bring them to your vet or use a tick remover.
So you would scoop right under the tick and pull it right out.
While ticks can be found anywhere on our pups, the base of the tail is the first place we should look when inspecting for fleas.
So this is a flea comb right here at the base of the tail. You're gonna work that through. Then you're gonna take a look at what you got and make sure that you don't see any fleas or flea dirt.
There are several different types of prevention and treatment options for fleas and ticks that you can get from your vet.
We have two different options for flea prevention, and that would be either a topical or a pill. And then we have two options for tick prevention.